Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington...
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right away between the Washington Redskins and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Let's go, baby! Let's go!
Now Rosen on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rosen will throw. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. This is Johnson. He's got it.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll run. This is Hunt. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short of the goal line. Now they got to figure out how to shore up the rest of the defense.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try to run with Hunt. He fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, up and good. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Let's face it, the focus is going to be, at the end of this play,
on the big-time gain, right? He lined up on the left and worked his way all the way to the right before the perfect pass found him. But how about the offensive line and the protection to give him enough time to work his way all the way across the field?
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the 41, Rosen. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and 2, Rosen. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. Now it's Haskins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker T.J. Watt there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll run with Snell to begin the drive. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's the backup Rudolph. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rudolph. He hits his target, the tight end Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
218, chop.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw again. Off to Geis on the screen. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Allen going to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. With a tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Ready, ready. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Ready, ready.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Penalty set him back. Now a big play moves him forward. It's second down.
On the set. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Get in the weight room. Get up.
Geis with the carry on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. So we have reached halftime. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months. Already we're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Snap.
On first down, it's Rudolph. Open man is Switzer complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
That's another.
Who's that bomber? Who's that bomber?
First and 10.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Ray McLeod, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rudolph throwing again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Set. 60-or. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Running to start the drive is Love. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Go, boy.
It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 17 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice, and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a one-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He'll get this one to Switzer. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. This one completes to Kelvin Harmon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Throwing on first down is Allen. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On the draw, this is Love. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. And we've got a dandy here. 1-point game as we begin the fourth. They'll run again with Love on first down. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that there's still a
touchdown, Washington! Darius Geis, 34 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point up and through. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Let's go, touchdowns, baby. Let's go.
That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Hey, let's get this, get this.
Rudolph on third down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Rudolph now to throw. Able to find Harris, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Rudolph. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. From the red zone now, Rudolph. Taken in by Switzer on the left side. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Snell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Benny Snell ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Extra point put through by Boswell, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. So that drive goes 8 plays. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
It's Geis on the counter, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's make these babies cry.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. And sensing the momentum, maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So now the Steelers down by 8. At time, a huge factor. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down. Back to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
25 yards that time. He's back to throw to Switzer over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Can't you stop? Watch your slack, watch your slack, watch your slack. Shoot.
Now it's Rudolph. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Benny Snell with time running out as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure to get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
Good work.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
First down, Redskins.
So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This from 51 yards for the win. It's on target, and it's good. From 51 yards out, he drills it. And they'll be all smiles in Georgetown tonight as the Redskins have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Posse, Dave went. Fill in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls. Instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter rock. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control.